Ahoy, and welcome to episode 1 of Assigns.com Weekly News. My name is Maximilian Deer. I'm the CEO and founder of Assigns.com, and just last week, we launched the early access to Assigns.com. If you guys don't know, Assigns.com is my real estate wholesaling and investing software that I created over the past 3 years to compete with all the big softwares. In my opinion, it's better, and today I'm going to talk to you about our weekly news. It starts at just $75, by the way, and we are launching on August 4th. So what I want to talk about today, y'all, is our roadmap. So we're going to talk a little bit about what's coming soon and then the features that are coming a little bit down the line, right? A little bit later. So excited to talk to you about that. We're also going to talk to you about some patch notes. So just some things I fixed over the past week. Again, Assigns.com, guys, is currently only being used by members inside of Wholesalers Academy, my community, and specifically only premium members. So we're keeping it really small, and users have been using Assigns.com, and they've been absolutely loving it, but there's always feedback. So I've been getting that feedback, and we've deployed some patch notes. So we'll jump straight into it. Then I want to talk to you again about some cool features that we got coming soon. I'll talk to you about the long-term roadmap of Assigns.com. And I'm also going to give you a highlight of a couple of the features in the software because you guys aren't using some features enough. I think they're so powerful. I want to get into it. But real quick, patch notes. We fixed some little bugs with the PropPacket. So all those patch notes will be available to all of you guys. Here they are. They'll also be sent to you guys who are using the softwares. We also added some pretty cool features in the PropPacket, like being able to hide Street View and some different things if you don't want buyers to see your addresses. In the AI calculators, I added some more drawing tools, some really cool, helpful tips for suggested MAO. There's so much stuff. And then I completely revamped the CRM. So that's what we worked on over the last week. Plus, you guys were giving me a bunch of feedback when using the software. And a lot of your guys' feedback is going to be deployed in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks. So just stay tuned. But we are actively working and making the software better every single day. So a quick overview of Assigns.com before I get into the roadmap. Assigns.com, guys, you might know all these other big, real estate investing softwares. They give you data, right? You can also get leads with them and skip tracing. And Assigns.com has that. We have data in all 50 states, right? You can go pull motivated seller leads and you can get unlimited free skip tracing within the application. And that in itself is amazing. And people are paying $120 for just those features, right? Just to be able to go, search a market and then be able to pull all different list types, being able to export tens and tens and tens of thousands of records so they can call them, text them, or email them. That in of itself is amazing. And our software has extremely high quality skip tracing. If you click any property, you will get really good skip tracing. So there is their contact information. Editors, make sure to blur that information, please. But more than that, Assigns.com has a lot more features. Not only can scrub your lists in one click, right? You can clean your data. You can find government lists. There's so much to cover. What really separates Assigns.com from these other softwares, in my opinion, is the comping and underwriting. It is by far the best comping and underwriting software I have ever used because I built it. And I specifically built it to be so amazing. So you can comp properties super easily. You can also use AI to comp and calculate, estimate repairs, and get the perfect offer. And it works. It just works flawlessly. Everything on this is just beautiful. You have property calculators, creative calculators, land calculators, novation calculators, even some management calculators. I really put a big focus on land. Also, in one click, you can create a packet to send your deal out to investors. We did some cool updates on the PropPacket. And then there's even a awesome CRM inside. Plus, there's more features I didn't even talk about. So there's a great, awesome CRM in here too. That is the overview of Assigns.com. And I packed that all together. And instead of selling this for $500, $1,000, I put everything together. And it starts at just $75 a month, up to the pro plan if you need more and additional features. Truly, in my opinion, the best software ever, and it is going to be available to everyone on August 4th. So that's your general overview of the software. Right now, guys, I want to dive into the roadmap. So what is planned for Assigns. And then I'm going to talk to you guys. We're going to dive into a specific feature of the day, a feature of the week. And I think we're going to talk about the calculators, because a lot of you, we had a great little private launch, are using the software. And I think you guys are comping properties, right? You're like, oh man, like, yeah, I got, the lot lines, you got the flood zones, you got wetlands, like you guys are comping properties, you're loving it. You're getting the data. I think you guys are going in there and pulling lists. Like you guys are doing that, but you guys aren't using the calculators enough, and you're not harnessing the power of AI to figure out the perfect offer on your deals. Whether, again, you're a wholesaler, investor, it doesn't matter. So I do want to highlight, we're going to talk about the property calculators today. However, with all that being said, let's talk about the roadmap here. What's planned for Assigns.com? Some of these features, well, I'm not going to tell you guys. I'm not going to tell you guys everything, but some things I do want to talk about, guys, coming very soon. The next feature you guys should see is the dashboard. So right now, Assigns.com does not have a dashboard, and I'm just going to create a very beautiful, sleek, intuitive dashboard that you guys will be able to just see everything that is going on. If you want a sneak peek of how the dashboard will look like, here's a little sneak peek. All right, it's going to be a great, pretty, easy to use dashboard. It won't be exactly like this, but we're going to get you guys a dashboard here very, very, very soon. Plus, I have one more feature coming soon. These features should be available before launch on August 4th. So just look out for them. The feature right here that's blurred, I think it's crazy. It's crazy. No other real estate investing software, honestly, no other software has ever thought to do this, because it's so crazy. But I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. If it's a bad idea, we'll remove it. But I think y'all are going to love it. You're going to have so much fun with it. You guys are going to be excited about that. The future roadmap. One of the big flagship features that I have actually built, I'm just making it better and better and better, throwing hundreds, thousands of deals through it, is the AI repair estimator. So you guys will see when we talk about Assigns.com here in a little bit, our AI underwriter is so good. It can tell you the ARV, or the as-is value of a property, of a creative deal, of a land deal. It's so good. But Max, what about AI to tell you what the repairs are? Well, we have a very, very, very good repair estimator in here that I actually use for my deals, and it's amazing. But what would be better is maybe use some AI, right? Throw some pictures in there, have it analyze the pictures and tell you what the repairs are. Is being worked on. So that is going to be one of the flagship features that's going to come down the road. It's a lot of work. I have to throw a lot of deals through it, test it, and make it better and better and better. So please be patient with that feature. Another feature that is coming out in the future, this isn't a roadmap, it's coming out, lead map. This is exciting. If you are, I don't want to say too much, but for all my people out there who are, I guess you're reaching out to leads, but you're not too big into maybe calling or texting. You like to get out there in person, possibly. I think you're gonna love this. I think this is like driving for dollars, but in my opinion, so much better. Can't wait to show you the lead map. There are 3 huge features I will not talk about. You guys will learn this more down the road. And then, yes, a lot of you guys have been asking, Max, with Assigns.com, can I text blast? Can I get a dialer? That is coming in the future, and it is coming way better than you guys can all imagine. That's going to be version 2. That's going to be down the road, okay? So that's down the road. Don't expect it anytime soon, but yes, it is being worked on, and yes, it is going to be better than you can ever imagine, okay? So this is our roadmap. This is what I plan to do with Assigns.com. However, while y'all are using the softwares, if you're one of the special few who are annual members inside of Wholesalers Academy and using it and loving the software, you guys, as you know, can at any point create support tickets for me. And I personally go and answer all your support tickets for now, at least. And if you have any feature requests, anything, just let me know. And I'm actively taking your ideas. I'm implementing a lot of them, like you guys are seeing here, and you'll see more in the patch notes. And yeah, I'm building this dream software of not mine, but all of ours. Okay, so with all that being said, I do want to give a shout out to, I think this is the first deal that was ever got with Assigns.com. Shout out to Isaiah. All right, guys. So Isaiah here sent me a text, said, congrats, I have a contract from Assigns Data. I was like, yo, wait, what? Already? He's like, yep, liking the data so far. Pretty dang solid. Contract signed, text blasting using a signs list should be a 20K deal. I need to check in with him. I'll give you guys an update. Hopefully the deal goes through. If it doesn't, hey, but he got a contract signed, planning on making 20K. How did he do that? He went to lead lists here. And yes, he pulled leads. He pulls, I think Isaiah focuses on pre-foreclosure leads. I think he lives out in like Fresno. So Fresno, California, filters pre-foreclosures, and then he'll filter these down real nicely. Make sure they're high equity, all that fun stuff. Get those leads, download those with skip tracing, maybe clean them out too. I have an update for you guys on the, maybe a litigator scrub. You guys asked for a litigator scrub. I'm making it. We already have a DNC scrub, by the way, in prop scrub, but you guys asked for a litigator scrub, so I'm adding a litigator scrub. But anyways, he then text blasts these leads. He puts them on a nasty text blast follow-up sequence, and he gets really good deals doing this. But anyways, let's talk about the calculators. So I want to dive into the calculators right now. We have 4 calculators. And I'm realizing that y'all aren't using this feature enough. So let's talk about it here. And what we should do is, you know what? I'm going to underwrite a property. So let me just type in an address right here. And when you search an address, it gives you all the information on the property. All right, so super easy, nice to use. Gives you all the information on the house. But then if you go ahead on over AI Underwriter, it can help you find the ARV, or you can do it manually. So the calculators, y'all, are built where if you want to use AI, you can, but you don't have to. So let's just say, hey, we found this deal. It's it's an ugly house. It's in Fort Worth, and ARV on the thing is, I don't know, 200,000. Cool. Seller wants, in this case, y'all, seller wants 85,000 for this house. Is this a good deal or a bad deal? And let's also run some rent numbers too. It's a 1 unit and rents. You know what? Let's do a Section 8. This would be a great Section 8 deal. So I'm going to click right here, and the Section 8 rents are automatically pulled in, which is such a incredible feature, something I wanted for a long time. Now, again, if you know the ARV and you know the repairs, you can just plug all that information in there, and in a few seconds, it's just going to give you the, maximum offer. But let's back up for a second here. Let's say we want AI to help us. So I'm going to search for ARV comps. I'm gonna have AI go and find houses that just like ours that were fixed up. So just give it a second, let AI cook. It's gonna go through the properties, it's gonna analyze everything, and it's gonna go find houses similar to ours that have been fixed up. Now, it didn't give me any perfect comps, didn't even give me any great comps. So this is a little bit of a tough market to comp in, but it did give me a few results. By the way, I didn't pre-plan this, I'm just doing this live. So if we mess up here, hey, we mess up. But here's where some of the comps it gave me. It gave me this one for 195. Now, if you guys want pictures, just click here and it will redirect you to where you can get pictures. So yeah, this house, I would consider this fixed up. Is it full ARV? I mean, pretty dang close. I think it could be a little bit nicer. I think we can all agree that the house could possibly be a slightly nicer, but this is a really nice house, right? I mean, it's just a clean, good house. So I'm going to mark that as a good comp. And you guys could do the same thing with the other properties. So, this one, that's pretty good comp, a little bit smaller than ours. Click here, get some pictures on that house. It's not providing me pictures. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. No biggie. This one. But the beautiful thing is that AI is smart. It knows that the house was fixed up. So this is a really good comp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this comp, and I'm going to grab this comp. So I'm going to grab these comps. Oh, this was a new construction. Never mind. That's why AI said it was a bad comp. We don't want to comp to new construction. Thank you, AI. Cool. This is why I use AI to comp. So anyways, guys, this is how much easier it is. There you go. ARV 215. So we're going to run with ARV at $215,000. Repairs. So like I said, we're working on an AI repair estimator. I'm just trying to make it better and better and better and better. Don't want to give you guys something that's not working really well. But what we can say is this property probably needs about, let's say, major rehab. And let's say it needs roof, HVAC, and electrical. That'll give me $70,000 in repairs. All right. This is very good from everything I've used. If let's say, we don't need electrical, whatever, let's say 60K. You guys though, if you're like, oh, Max, these numbers are wrong in California. These numbers, this, that, y'all can go and set your own numbers here in the Compass. So These are all preset numbers based off of what works well in most states, but y'all can go in and reset your numbers. So please go in and play around with the numbers, whatever your settings are. If you're in California, these are obviously going to be different. So go and set whatever numbers you would like. But these work really, really well for me. So let's say the house needs $60K in work, $58,260. Perfect. Let's go to next. Any adjustments we want to make on the ARV? I think we're pretty happy with it. Taxes, well, that sounds right. Let's add $200 a month for insurance. And here we are. Suggested offer is $75,000. Okay, so suggested offer, $75,000, but it says an investor would likely pay around $95,000. So I have my default assignment fee set up for $20,000. Now, again, if you're not a wholesaler, just set it to investor mode. And then it says, hey, pay $95,000. But I'm a wholesaler usually, even though I do invest in properties. And I would, if I want to make 20 grand on this deal, I'd want to offer $75,000. So that just means that the house is overpriced by 13%. But an investor would pay up to $95,000 for this type of deal. So there you go. Now what's really cool is I just added this. So if you guys look at your patch notes, these are one of the things that I just added in the patch notes. Added a suggested MAO warning calculus to help users avoid overpaying on deals. This is huge, and I feel like it's going to get overlooked. It tells you, warning, the seller has a mortgage balance of $209,000. You literally, I don't care if the seller agreed to $85,000. You can't get it for $85,000 unless they want to pay a lot of money or they want to do a huge short sale because they owe $209,000. Where else do you have these calculators that are smart and saying warning, warning, this, that? I've been wanting this for so long. I finally added that feature. This is so sick. That took me a long time to add. I hope you guys appreciate these little things that I'm doing. So then, this is my favorite part of the calculators. Click next, and it will pretty much gives you all the numbers on your deals. Again, whether you're a wholesaler or investor, this is your number breakdown. You can change these costs here if you would like. And I'll get into why this is important here in a second. The investor on this fix and flip would make $40,000. They make around $8,500 a month. The ROI is awesome. 20% ROI, 66% PRR. Max, what's a PRR? That's your profit to rehab ratio. I usually like to see a profit to rehab ratio of 80% when I'm investing in properties. So it gave this deal a final score of 7 on 10. And I'll tell you right now, 7 on 10 for Fort Worth, this thing's going to sell. This thing's going to sell. Great deal. But for a rental, fire. This is a fire Section 8. I think all day long, this would sell to a Section 8 buyer. Such a good Section 8. Feel free to click AI deal analysis. This is a new feature I recently added. It will give you a nice summary of your deal. You can go through it here. This deal received a gold rating due to a strong cash flow and impressive cap rate, indicating a strong, solid income, returns, blah, blah, blah. It's all good, all good. Recommended next moves. I honestly think the deal's fire. I'll just lock it up. Recommended next move is to send a freaking contract on this property. It is fire. Great deal. So you can click message in a bottle and it will already automatically write you an email or a text message pre-filled out to either the seller or the real estate agent on that property. Just copy it, send it to them, get that deal. And it comes with all your numbers in there too. So this property fully renovated, it's about $215,000, but I got to put $60K into work. So I'm at a cash offer of $75,000, blah, blah, blah. Here are all my terms, just like that. Everything is set up for you. Now, what I like to do is click save. Okay, click save, because now once it is saved, it goes straight to your treasure chest. Now, before I do that, do you see how powerful these calculators are? And there's a reason it took me 3 years to build them. And y'all are sleeping on this feature. Y'all are using the comping. Y'all are using the leads, but you guys are not using the calculators enough. These are so good. I don't calculate deals any other way now except for this way. By the way, some of you guys are like, Max, my calculator looked and felt a little bit different. Click settings here, and I usually run this on profit mode. That's how I like to run my deals. Anyways, y'all are probably on percentage mode. But now that this deal was saved to the treasure chest, y'all can see the deal is right here. You guys can play around with it in your CRM. Perfect. The CRM has been fully updated. It's so good now, but we'll talk about that in the future. Little changes I did to the CRM is you can now, we added a calendar. You guys can link things from the pipeline to your contacts, to your calendar. So if a deal's in your pipeline, now you see your contact information here. This is my buyer. It's all smart. I'm not going to get into it in this video. I made the CRM a lot smarter. This is the easiest to use CRM that it just works. It just works. CRMs are too complicated. This one just freaking works. Anyways, let's head on over to PropPacket real quick. And now that I have a calculation, I can just click my calculation and create PropPacket. And in one click, I created a packet for my deal. So if I want to send this out to investors, if I want to send this out to LPs, if I want to send this out to my lender, if I want to send it to my dad or my mom, boom, it's created, done. And it saved all of my comps too. I mean, look, it has everything in here. It's nuts. Now, PropPacket's another feature that you guys are not using. You're not using. Why aren't you using this? Took me like a year to build. But I'm sure you all will start using, but you need to use the calculators first. So not going to talk too much about PropPacket in this video, but look how cool this is. This is your marketing packet. All your information's here for the person you're sending this to. It's super smart. Just save the PropPacket, mark it as available, get the link, and send it over to whoever you want to send it to. Just like that, you've created your first PropPacket. Such a cool software, such a cool feature. But all of this started from us using the property calculator. Assigns.com. Assigns.com, y'all, in my opinion, is the most game-changing real estate investing software. If you haven't yet signed up, again, it's coming out August 4th, and you're going to want to hurry because the pricing will never be that cheap again. We're going to raise the prices super, super fast. So make sure to go to assigns.com and RSVP. If you are one of the lucky few people that are using assigns.com, please, please, please watch this video, right? And let me know what other feedback you have for me. That's it, guys. So there you go. That is your episode 1 Assigns weekly news. I'm going to be doing these recaps every single week, just telling you what the patch notes are, the little things we fixed, updating you on the roadmap and where we are. Hopefully it's all good news like, hey, we're really, really close on this feature, but hey, I'll be honest. That's software for you. There might be delays. I'll be like, hey guys, unfortunately this feature is delayed. I got to do this or that. I'll have it, just communication with you guys. One thing I just disliked when I was using these other real estate investing softwares, I felt like there was too much of a separation between the users and the owners or the people building the software. And even when I gave them feedback, it just fell on deaf ears. And I don't want that. I want this to be our software. We're building this together. And this is my way of just showing that I'm listening to you and I need you, right? Because we're a team. So thank you all so much. And that's it. See you guys on the next one. Peace.